Here I will discuss about acute pancreatitis. So acute pancreatitis is a process in which there is a normally the pancreas enzymes are inactive. Okay. Now if there is a activation in the pancreatic enzymes, there will be autodigestion. So lysosomal activation, chaperone's protein activation, and as a result of which there is a autodigestion. So first enzyme which is activated is phospholipase A, and it converts lecithin into lysolecithin, and bile enters and leads to pancreatitis. So the enzymes which are stored in the vesicle, they are cathepsin D present inside the vesicle, activates trypsinogen to the trypsin and augments the process of the pancreatitis. Secondly, there is a systemic inflammatory response syndrome, which is also known as SARS. It is associated with interleukin 2 inflammatory mediators like interleukin 2, interleukin 6, interleukin 8, and tumor necrosis factor and CAM1. This causes vasodilatation and endothelial damage, as a result of which there is a fluid extravasation of the fluid from the intravascular to the extravascular. And this interleukin 2 also causes the sepsis, leading to acidosis and shock, septic shock, systolic blood pressure less than 90 millimeter mercury, and acidosis leads to organ failure. Lungs, liver, all organs are failed to function. Now this SIRS criteria is there. What is the SIRS criteria? Heart rate greater than 90 beats per minute, temperature greater than 38 degrees centigrade, there is a fever, total leukocyte count greater than 12,000 per millimeter cube, and respiratory rate greater than 20 per minute, and there is a PCO2 of less than 32 millimeter mercury. So this is the SIRS criteria of acute pancreatitis. So what are the causes of acute pancreatitis? Most common cause is the gallstone associated with acute pancreatitis and the alcohol. Thirdly, idiopathic, or if there is a trauma like doing ERCP, enteroscopic retrograde cholangiopancreatography, then there is a trauma leading to pancreatitis with cholangitis. Cholesterol if increase, hypercholesterolemia, hyperlipoproteinemia, hypertriglycerid, parathyroid, hyperparathyroidism, or C-reactive protein is high, or if there is a increased calcium, serum calcium. Some toxins are there like methyl alcohol intake, amanita is a fungus, mushroom, or black scorpion venom. Some virus like cytomegalovirus, mumps virus, Coxsackie virus, and these also causes the acute pancreatitis. Some drugs like didanosine, steroids, azathioprine, pentamide, 6-mercaptopurine, L-aspargine, thiazide, sodium valproate, cotrimoxazole, that is sulfamethoxazole and trimethoprim combination, doxycycline, tetracycline, metrozil. These all causes the acute pancreatitis. This is drug-induced acute pancreatitis. Now, there will be congenital anomaly. If there is a congenital anomaly, it can also causes the acute pancreatitis. Topical causes, like in the tropical area, like most commonly in Kerala, the diet is tapioca or cassava, which can causes the acute pancreatitis. Familial history, if there is there familial history, trypsinogen alteration by mutation from arginine to histidine. What will be the clinical features of the patient? Epigastric pain, which is relieved by bending forward. Okay. Grey Turner sign, that is a flank discoloration, means abdominal flank will be discolored. Cullen's sign, umbilical will be discolored. Fox sign, inguinal canal will discolor. Investigation of choice, serum lipase is the most common investigation of choice and the most sensitive. Late rise and late fall, because it is associated with late rise and late fall, whereas serum amylase, early rise, early fall, and other causes of serum amylase are also there, which can mimic the acute pancreatitis. So what are those other causes of increase of serum amylase? like in the parotiditis, okay, in Borhavi syndrome, okay, or in duodenal perforation, acute cholecystitis, okay, ruptured ectopic pregnancy, okay, these all causes the increased serum amylase. So there is increase in serum lipase, which is more sensitive, and it is 3 times increase than its normal value. Now coming to urinary amylase can also be estimated. Urinary amylase by creatinine ratio, it is normally less than 5, but it is increased greater than 15 in pancreatitis. Urinary trypsinogen can also be detected. Now other investigation to be done is plain X-ray, where we can find the left pleural effusion as well as scintillated loop and obscured psoas shadow is there. Colon cuff of sign is also seen. In USG, we can see the edematous collection and CVD gallstone, if present, can also be visualized in USG. Best is the CECT, contrast renal CT scan. Most accurate. Necrosis can be found greater than 72 hours, and there is a CT index. Okay, so CT index is 0 to 10 score. If it is greater than 7, then it is severe. CRP, C-reactive protein, will be high, that is greater than 110, then there is a inflammation, or greater than 130, then it is severe form of acute pancreatitis. Now some scores are there, like Glasgow score, it is greater than 3 for severe pancreatitis, where we estimate the age, total leukocyte count, LDH, SGOT, sugar, PaO2, partial pressure of oxygen, serum calcium, serum albumin, and serum urea. According to this data, we fill the score, and if it is greater than 3, then it is severe pancreatitis. Balthazar score is 1, 2, 3, 4. In 1, it is inflammation within pancreas. Inflammation outside the pancreas, it is score 2. Score 3 is inflammation outside the pancreas for 1 to 2 years, and score 4 if there is a organ involvement or organ damage. Apache score is the most important score. It is acute physiology and chronic health education score. It is greater than 8 in case of severe, maximum 72 if there is a pancreatic head injury. Atlanta is another score. Atlanta is local complication and organ failure. In mild, there is no local complication, no organ failure. In moderate, there can be local complication, there cannot be local complication, but there is a transient organ failure less than 48 hours, within 48 hours. In severe form, there is a local complication, there is also organ failure in persistent form, that is more than 48 hours. There is a BSUP score. BSUP means B for blood urea nitrogen, I for impaired mental status, S for SIRS, that means this one, which is the systemic inflammatory response syndrome. This criteria to be filled. So BSUP score. And A for age, is he or she is greater than 60 or less than 60, and P for pleural effusion is present or not. Ramson score is very much important for age greater than 55, for less than 24 hours, age greater than 55, total leukocyte count greater than 16,000 within 24 hours. Okay. Lactate dehydrogenase level greater than 350, SGOT greater than 250, sugar greater than 200 milligram per dl. And more than 48 hours, fluid loss more than 6 liter, PaO2 less than 60 mm mercury, and hematocrit value fall greater than 10. Serum calcium is decreased because there is a calcified saponification and necrosis, so there is a fall in the serum calcium, because for the necrosis calcium in the serum will be utilized, so there will be a fall in serum calcium less than 8 milligram per dl. Blood urea greater than 5, and base deficit is greater than 4. So this is a Ramson score. So Ramson score classified 1 to 2, score 3 to 4, score 5 to 6, score greater than 7. If it is greater than 7, that means it is a severe case, but greater than 3 is a severe line, is red line is from the greater than 3. If it is greater than 3, then means it is it is entering in the severe zone, red zone. Okay, Glasgow scale. So a sum up is that for the Glasgow scale greater than 3, Apache score greater than 4 within 24 hours, and Ramson score greater than 7 at Atlanta, that is greater than 48 hours, as well as CT severity index greater than 72 hours will confirm the acute pancreatitis case. Now what is the treatment? Treatment is the critical care management. Fluid to be given, oxygen to be given, calcium to be given, proton pump inhibitor like antacids to be given, and the nutrition to be given, as well as analgesic like NSAIDs or opioid analgesic to be given. Antibiotic to be given. Which antibiotic? Metronidazole ofloxacin combination. But the most important drug of choice is imipenem. So imipenem is the most important drug of choice. What is the surgery? If there is a gallstone pancreatitis, ERCP to be done, endoscopic retrograde cholangiopancreatography, or if it is persistent drainage to be done, if there is an abscess or if there is a pus, you have to drain that fluid. So if the fluid is within the lesser sac, the pseudopancreatic cyst will be formed, which is more than 6 weeks, persist, and it is greater than 5 cm in diameter, total cyst size. It can be infected. Most commonly it infects, or it can be hemorrhage. No epithelial lining, no endothelial lining, only lined by granulation tissue. So for that we have to do Jura's procedure. Otherwise, for the pancreatitis surgery we can do is the cystogastrostomy. And for the hemorrhagic pseudopancreatic cyst we can do the Jura's procedure. Another operation can be cystojejunostomy or cystoduodenostomy if the pancreatitis is associated with mesocolon attack. What are the complications of the pancreatitis? There is a venal complication, there is arterial complication. So venal complication is splenic vein thrombosis, and arterial complication is splenic artery aneurysm. So this is all about the acute pancreatitis. Thank you.